We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll go play action. Howell. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
First down, here's White. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield looking for Austin. Intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
Powell throwing on third down here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That is just one of the many games we'll be watching here in the final week of the NFL season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. They run straight ahead here with White, down at the 25. The Giants at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front.
And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Giants. Allen Robinson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. What's good on the extra point? And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, Howell now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Marcus May with a pick. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Jalen Phillips racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2 inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. That's into the hands of Eckler. This is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Colts going to use the first of their time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So that challenge, a successful one. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Powell. Floating one, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Howell down to throw it. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They go, and he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Howell, he'll look look to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on third down, Howell. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Rosas' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Javon Hargrave. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Jackson. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. On the move to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. One last shot before the break. Howard. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jackson. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. Now they nearly sprung in that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now throwing on 1st down here. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice gain there for a 1st down.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll run again with Benjamin. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Schwartz from a yard out. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the ground, Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. First down, how to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll go up the middle with White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Able to connect with Dotson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. White is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Take it in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. 3rd and long, here's Howell. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Second down, Howell now. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Real. Watch out!
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
King.
On the give, it's White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock.
Touchdown, Giants! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Howell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Run. Point it right. Got.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Mayfield. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Mayfield. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Giants, they move to a sparkling 15-1 with one game still to go in the regular season.